Welcome back for lesson number 8. Today we're going to be working on a guessing game, so let's go ahead and save our file. I'll call it guessinggame.java. Okay, today we're going to be importing two different things. We need to import random and scanner. So we're going to do import java.util.random semicolon and import java.util.scanner semicolon. Okay, then we're going to work on our class declaration. We're going to call it public class guessing game curly brace. Indent, we have our public main, so public static void main string square brace args arguments curly brace. Indent, this time 4, and we're going to make a new object called random. Again, this is kind of like when we made the scanner. It's going to be random with a capital R. Then we're going to make random with a lowercase r. It's like going to be the name of our object. Equals new random. And parenthesis, semicolon. Okay, indent again. We're going to make 3 different integer variables. Int min equals 1. Int max equals 100. And int count equals 0. The min here is going to be the minimum that we give people to guess between. This is the maximum that they have to guess between, and this is the count of number of guesses. Now we're going to do a system.out.println. ln and quote, I'm thinking of a number from, and the quote, I'm going to call on the variable min, addition sign, to addition sign max. Close the parenthesis and semicolon. I just want to come back and add a space here so that looks nicer. Okay, now we need another int variable. This one is going to be called secret. This is the secret number that the computer knows about. And this is the method required for random is random.nextInt of max minus min plus 1. And this will generate a number between 0 and, in this case, 100 and 99. And we need to add 1 because, or add our minimum because we can't guess something below the minimum. Now we're going to create a scanner object. So scanner with a capital S, scanner with a lowercase s, equals new scanner system.in. We're going to make a Boolean variable. Remember, these variables can either be true or false. I'm going to call it game over and set it to be false to start. Then we're going to make use of our while loop that we learned about in last lesson. So while not game over, or while exclamation point game over. So while game over is false, curly brace, indent yet again. So now you should be up to 6 indents, or yeah, 6 indents. Count equals count plus 1. 1. Another way of doing that is we could do count plus plus. We're going to say system dot out dot print ln, and we're going to ask for a guess from the user. And we're going to store that guess in an int variable called guess equals scanner dot next int. Remember, the method is dot next int because it's an integer. Now we are going to evaluate the guess and print out different things depending on what their guess is. So if the guess is less than the secret, then we want to print out, and then again, system.out.println, we want to print out too high, so that they know that their guess was too high, or next time they should guess a lower number. Or, sorry, too low. Getting ahead of myself. Too low. If their guess is below the secret, we want to print out that the guess was too low and that next time they should guess a higher number. And that if statement, let's do an else if. The guess is greater than the secret. We want to, this time is when we want to tell them that the guess was too high, and that out.println too high. Again, this lets the user know that their guess was too high and that next time they should guess lower. And finally, if it's not too low and it's not too high, then it must be the correct number. So they must have guessed correctly, so we're going to say else system.out.println correct. And now we want to let the user know how many guesses it took. So system.out.println, it took you plus sign count. This is where we make use of that count variable. Plus quotes, guesses, and an important fact is we want to set the variable that we're using for the check condition for the while to now exit out of the loop. So game over equals true. Okay, and now we want to close up all our curly braces, so this goes with this one here, goes with the else. Then we need one for our while statement. Then we need one for our main method, and then for our class. And notice that right here, by making this now true, we get while not true or while false, and it won't go in here. There you go. Now let's check out on our terminal command prompt to see if it works. And okay, so let's try, oh, forgot to save. Come back over here, let's save our document. So file, save, back to our command prompt, okay. And we have to first compile it. So Java C guessing game.java, and it compiled without any errors. Now we want to run it, so Java guessing game. Okay, now we get to play. So it's thinking of a number between 1 and 100. What's my guess? Let's start with 50. It's too low. Guess again. How about 75? Too low again. How about 85? Too low. How about 94? Too high. 90? Too low. 92. Correct. It took me 6 guesses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 guesses.